Welcome back to Mashup, the show that we're producing and you're viewing.
Now I know what you're thinking, guys. Where's the other Lachlan? Well, here on Mashup we like to mix things up a bit just to keep you on your toes.
Speaking of being on your toes, we're seeing a fitness expert today who's going to give us a little bit of a demo.
And also on tonight's show is a very talented singer, Caitlin O'Keen, who will be performing for us right here in the studio. But for now, let's check out culture.
Have a look.
Melbourne has gained international notoriety for its diverse range of street art and associated subcultures. Throughout the 1970s and 80s, much of the city's disaffected youth were influenced by the graffiti of New York, which then became popular in inner city suburbs and along suburban railway and tram lines. After the turn of the century, when stencil art first became prominent in the UK, Melbourne was one of perhaps the first major cities outside of the UK that embraced this art form. The City of Melbourne is proud of its reputation for supporting lively street culture and greatly values the diversity of the art known as street art.
I'm Ahmed from Mashup. Today I have with me Sam Richardson from Melbourne Heart Football Club. How are you, Sam?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Good to hear. Sam, you're originally from the UK.
Yeah, that's right.
What made you come to Australia?
My family decided to move here when I was 12, and I've been here ever since. I'm 20 now. I turned 20 last week, so I've been here.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, thanks.
And you're originally from Perth?
Yeah, from Perth. Lived there for 7 years, and then I moved to Melbourne about 3 months ago. Yeah.
And what made you come to Melbourne?
Well, when Perth Glory season finished in the youth, I started playing for Oakley, and then started training with Melbourne Heart, and hopefully this season I get a few opportunities to step up to the first team, because there's only one other left back, so hopefully if he gets injured or if he has to go off somewhere, then hopefully I'm ready.
Oh, fantastic, that's good to hear. Have you ever been caught up inside the Australia at all, Australia squad?
When I was 17, I was called up to the under 17 squad.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully one day I can be called up to the main squad or the under 20 squad.
Hey guys, today we're joined by fitness expert Nathan Jones. Welcome, Nathan.
Hello. Does it?
Now, you'll be here over the next few weeks just to give us an insight into how to become more active and improve yourself physically. Yeah.
Yeah, so what can you tell us about strengthening the core?
Well, I think we've always thought of the core as being an area of the body that we just work to look better, which is fine for vanity reasons, but I think what's really exciting about knowing more about your core is the ability for the core to be able to strengthen everything you do in all of your kinds of training, whether you're training in the gyms, training outdoors, whatever it might be. And if we think about the core now, the core's really looked at as everything without the legs and arms, so your entire trunk. But what I sort of wanted to talk to you guys today about was just using your abdominal muscles more and the different ways that you can use your core muscles and the different ways you can train them as well. And if we think about breaking it down into the three key areas of the core, and your abdominal muscles being your upper abdominals, and then you've got your side obliques that sort of run towards the middle of your body, and then we've got the lower abdominals as well. And for a long time, we've sort of thought of training the core from lying on your back, but now by training your core muscles from what we call a prone position, being face down, we can get a lot stronger results and quicker results.
So would you say that doing sit-ups isn't the best way to strengthen your core?
It's one part to strengthen your core, but it really only trains your upper abdominals. And when we talk about functional training, we don't necessarily use our upper abdominals for much of the movement. What we really want to be able to do is use our lower abdominals and our side obliques to stabilise our pelvis and just get us stronger in any kind of movement. And if we start to adopt that sort of mentality around, if I've got a strong core, I can exercise better, I can exercise for longer, and I'm going to keep my body safe, it just means we're going to get a lot more out of our training.
Cool.
Well, stay tuned because Nate will be giving us a bit of a demo after the break.
Hello?
Hello?
How you doing, mate?
I'm good.
What are you up to?
I'm dropping the kids off at the pool.
That's all. You busy later tonight?
No?
You wanna come with us to the movies?
Yeah, but I don't even know you.
Hey, do me a favour, hold on. I've got some goose in the other booth talking to me.
Welcome back to Mashup. We're here with Nathan Jones and he's going to show us some core exercises. Take it away.
Cool. So we did speak about in the interview that for a long time now, a lot of people have trained themselves from on their back. We want to show you some exercises from doing it from the front, more functional strength training. So from here, I mean, setup's always important when you're training your core. You want to know what position you need to be in and how to get your core activated while it's being in there. Hands should come straight under shoulders, easy setup, a little bit narrower than a push-up. Then I'm pulling my shoulders away from my ears and looking in between my hands, coming up to my toes. Just remember, regardless of what fitness level you're at, you could even do it from your knees, doesn't matter. Yep. When I'm up to my toes now, I'm bracing everything. My shoulders are in position now. I'm pushing my belly button up towards my spine. There's gentle activation in my thighs. So essentially I'm training my core right through my body. What we can also think about, if I didn't have my core engaged right now, my hips would be like this, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's important to brace the core and keep a nice flat back. Again, for anyone, even doing this is a great way to train your core to start off. From the position now, if you wanted to advance yourself, you can move your legs. You could lift them up. You can even take your feet wider and move your arms, or even go into more of a plank position here.
Wow.
What we want to remember though, the most important thing when you're doing that kind of thing is that our hips are still the whole time. We don't want to move at the hips and danger hurting the lower back, okay? That's your key thing. Plank position simply mean by your hands. Now I'm going to show you what I mean by a hover. Hover's just on your elbows. So again, you would have seen these, a lot of people do them, but it's doing them well. So being in this position, I think the best thing I could do to teach you guys is maybe use one of you guys as a demonstration.
Yeah.
Can you come down?
That's all you.
Definitely.
A little bit of free training?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Bring your elbows down so your elbows sit directly underneath your shoulders. That's great. We want to set up really, really well. Come to your toes now and I'll talk you through the rest. You're quite good at this naturally, but I'll just give you a couple of things to think about for the people at home.
Yeah, cool.
Shoulders are always got to sit in their socket. You don't want to be sticking up in the middle of your back. That's good. Yours is naturally in a good position. Belly button's got to draw up towards the spine. That's going to keep you strong. That looks good. And then again, you just got that little bit of activation in your thighs. Don't need too much pressure here. Just keep the pressure in the core. You can feel that now?
Yeah, I can
so
feel
you're
it now.
always bracing like stone.
Yeah.
And I think at home, a good guideline is I think you should be able to hold a plank, or a hover, for up to 2 minutes. But you steadily want to get there.
2 minutes, I don't think I could hold it that long just yet.
Okay, but something to work towards.
Definitely.
Thanks, mate.
Well, thanks for coming in this week, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. If anyone wants to know more about the program, just email this below, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're here today with Katie. Katie's going to be performing later on our show, and I'm very excited to hear it because she's got a beautiful voice. Now, Katie.
Yeah.
The song you're performing today, what's it about?
Well, it was about a breakup that I had to address, and it's kind of, the song's just about finally letting go and being like, all right, well, it's over now, move on, and getting on with your life and stuff, and yeah.
So do a lot of your songs get influenced by real life events?
Yeah, all of them. I like to make sure that every lyric in my songs are real, and I can relate. So I can relate to them, and they're things I've spoken about to my friends and stuff, and they're usually either about boys or pretty much that, or just girl stuff and 16-year-old stuff. So
Oh, of
yeah.
course, because you're only 16,
Yeah.
aren't you? So
Yeah.
you're quite a young artist.
Yeah.
All of them start young these days. So
Yeah.
you got your chance, and you've got, like I said before, you have a very nice.
Oh, thank you.
I'm looking forward to hearing it. So, you're on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, you put your songs up there, and people can have a listen to them.
Yeah.
What's your YouTube account?
Karaoke Music, or you can just type in my name, Caitlin O'Keen. And I'm also part of a web series called Doug and Zach's Suburban Legends, which is written and directed by my brother, Connor O'Keen. And I play a girl called Jess in that, and it's comedy. And so, yeah, so they're the two channels that I'm on.
So you've got a bit of acting experience as well as singing. You're a multi-talented person.
Yeah, and I do a bit of dancing as well.
Oh,
so.
Triple threat. I wish I was triple threat. But clearly not though. I'm stuck here doing interviews. So, do you have Twitter? Do you have Facebook? Anything else that involving not just your personal stuff, obviously? But
no, I don't actually. But I think once I've got a few more videos on YouTube and people are showing more interest, then I'll make a Facebook band page or something like that. So yeah.
I think that's about really all. I mean, other than what genre you're actually playing.
A lot of the stuff I write, it's either, like my voice is mainly jazz, and I do a lot of jazz and funk and blues and acoustic stuff, like a lot of Nora Jones, and just like Ella Fitzgerald and Natalie Cole, and just kind of old school stuff mixed in with like new acoustic indie folk kind of stuff. So that's my thing.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people were interested in it. I'm sure a lot of people will love what you do tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Oh, grazie. Prego. I know you're going now, but I feel like you've torn my heart out. I think I'm gonna die.
I seriously, man. You're not going to die.
Proud of you, son.
Thanks, Dad.
We're here today on Church Street, where our lucky contender Raph is about to undertake the $100 challenge. This week he's going to be trying to sell his services to members of the general public.
How's it going, mate? That's okay, I'll leave it to it, yeah. How you there? How's it? Nah, that's okay, all good. Nah, that's fair enough. How's it going there, mate? How you doing? Clipboard was a terrible, terrible idea. How's it going, mate? I'm just wondering if I could ask you a question quickly. Just wondering what you'd most likely pay a stranger to do. How's it going, mate? Just wondering if I could ask you a question quickly. That's fine, mate. A shoulder massage, give some advice, a TV appearance, a joke, or a piggyback?
Obviously a TV appearance.
Oh really? Well, it's your lucky day.
Yeah.
How's it going? Good, thanks. Yeah, didn't think that through at all. People avoid people with clipboards. No one likes to get quizzed on the street. So change of tactics. Gonna take a leaf out of Simon's book. give people the music. That's what people want. Cause I'm TNT. Nothing. Bone dry. Didn't make a cent. Yet. So far no luck. Gonna have to rely on the kindness of strangers from here on out. Just got flipped off. No, had enough.
Well, Mashers, it looks like that's all we have time for this week. Be sure to tune in next week where we'll be taking a look at some high-tech gaming consoles, stalking some bearded men, and testing the wits of another comedian.
Be sure to check us out on Facebook to keep updated on the world of mashup. Now, we cross to Katie O'Keefe performing her latest single, The Last Goodbye. I've been your host, Ash.
And I've been Lachlan Scott. Have a good night, guys.
See you next week.
Bye.
Stuck in my head like a bad song. I can't get out all the words that you said, stuck on repeat. Your voice and melody sings a harsh reality. But I am stubborn and I never give up. Rejection hurts the most coming from the one you love. I kept on trying, but this time you've had enough. 'Cause I thought that I was different, and I thought that I could fix you. Typical me, always trying to be a hero. And I was under the impression the feeling here, it was mutual. But I get it now, and I'll learn to cope somehow. But I'll keep waiting for something to never happen. Wish ends were nice, it didn't get me far. Have to accept the truth, this is what you are. And you repeat what you saw when you were young. You go on and leave as soon as things get hard. This is who you are, and this is my last goodbye. Wish we could take it back before it all went wrong. Hope one day you get to hear me sing this song, 'cause my words don't mean a thing unless you sing along. 'Cause I don't cope well without you. It feels like a piece is missing. I'm useless like guitars without the strings. And I struggle to get my head around it. I stay up and I tell myself I'm fine. The funniest joke I've never laughed at. So I'll keep waiting for something to never happen. Wishing so nice you didn't get me fired. Have to accept the truth, this is what you are. And you repeat what you saw when you were young. You go on and leave as soon as things get hard. This is who you are, and this is my last goodbye. And I don't know what I'm doing. This time you've pushed me too far, and I can't stop myself from falling. And I can't cope with you moving on in a world that has no room for me. Who would have thought I'd shatter at the sound of reality? So I'll stop waiting for something to never happen. Wishing so nice you didn't get me fired. Had to accept the truth, this is what you are. 'Cause you repeat what you saw when you were young. You go on and leave as soon as things get hard. This is who you are, and this is my last goodbye.